Hi YouTube family, how are you all do? How are you all doing? Hope you're all doing great. Welcome to this video. This video is Mirabel. Here we talk about my faith in God, lifestyle, finances, other pertains to life and godliness. Yes, welcome. If you're new here, welcome to all my new subscribers. See, hey. God, though, I thank you for your life. Like, I have gotten a lot of new subscribers. I'm so grateful for you. Or welcome into this house. I pray that this house add values to your life. Yes. So today I'm gonna be vulnerable. I know I made a video saying how I saved 35,000 in 2021. That video, I had a lot of feedback. I had a lot of people who encouraged. And one thing I know for certain that social media, people come out here to talk about your successes. Nobody really comes out to share your failure. But today, because I'm your girl, because I'm that open and I want us to grow together, I want us to be able to learn from our mistakes, from our shortcomings, I'm going to be coming out today or like on a clean slate, clean and clear, talking about some of the financial mistakes I made in 2021. Yes, that cost me a lot, that when I look back, I feel like crying. I feel like crying.
You have to lose your fear of failure. Failure is a part of the process. People who never fail, never try. You have to fail. You got to get it wrong to get it right.
Yes, I really feel like crying, but then there are also a learning curve. I have grown, I have learned a lot, and I am sure to do things differently this time around. So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that in 2021, one of my financial goals was to get a property for myself, to get a house for myself. So that was what boosted my saving. That was my push. Okay, I always say it, right? Just like fitness, to keep you motivated and be disciplined, you always have to set financial goals. That's what is going to keep you focused. It's going to keep you disciplined. It's going to help cut those impulsive decisions. It's going to make you think twice when you want to swipe your card, when you want to use money anyhow. That goal is what just keeps you focused and motivates you. Just like fitness, that's curvy body, that's muscular all put together, slim summer hot body is what motivates some people. Some people is the good health, how they feel, the energy they feel after workout is what keeps them fit. So at the end of the day, it's a goal we all have, right? It's what you see, the bigger picture you see. So I had this goal of getting a property, which I saved. I had the money even above the amount that was needed for down payment. I met some real estate agent and some brokers, and we got into house searching. I even got approved for a mortgage. Yes, and I'm gonna call the numbers, like I'm gonna be open here. I got approved for $375,000 mortgage. Yes, for a $375,000 mortgage, you could get, if you're paying the 5% down payment, means your down payment will be like 18,000, 20,000. I had 35,000, so I had more than. But because I had 35,000, I had this big dream. I wanted this full house, front garage, basement completed, 5 sleeping rooms, two washrooms upstairs and downstairs. Like, this was my mindset, and this is a mindset for a lot of immigrants, because back home we look at housing as a show of wealth. We have this mentality of big house, big house. I remember when I was growing, when I see people with big house fenced, I like, it just gives me that wow feeling, you get. But when you travel, that's not the case. That was what I wanted. The real estate agent, she showed me like a lot of houses that were within what I was approved for, that was within my budget. And mind you, before those banks approve you, they have looked into your pay stub, you have submitted documents, they have looked into your income, and they give you an approval amount within your income level, which is sustainable, which means you can easily pay the mortgage. Remember, buying a house abroad, it's not like in Africa where you buy your land, you build according to the amount you have. Here you pay 10%, you pay 5%, you pay 20% down payment, which is cash. The remaining one is shared. Every month you pay to the bank till you can, with interest, till you can complete it. Some people 30 years, some people 5 years, some people 15 years. So that's what is called a mortgage. So every month, instead of paying rent to a landlord, you are paying that money to the bank, because the bank owns the house, so you don't own the house. If you don't pay for a period of time, the bank can take back your house. So that's what, if you see all these people with big houses on Instagram, on Facebook, nobody paid cash. Nobody removed $400,000 or $500,000 and put it cash on the table. Most of them are 99.9% are true mortgage. So in my mind, I wanted this big house. This lady showed me all the best houses, good, brand new houses. I kept saying no. I kept saying no until a point where she couldn't help me. So I was just like, okay, let me allow it and just see if I can reapply next year and then get a bigger mortgage. Mind you, last year there was COVID. The interest rate on mortgages were low. It was 1.2%. Normally the interest rate on mortgage are like 3 point something percent, 2 point something, 2.8%. But last year, because of COVID, the Bank of Canada reduced it to 1 point something. Mind you, Mirabel, it didn't occur to Mirabel to get the property. I took that money, put it in the, like, God, oh. But that's the second point. So that's why I didn't buy a house. But why am I saying it was one of the biggest mistakes I made? Because looking back now, I have got to those same houses that I checked last year. If you see the house price now, as I'm talking to you, like goosebumps, those houses are worth more than $100,000 more. Like the house I saw last year for $350,000, they are worth now like $450,000. That brings me to my next point. Mortgages are not just housing in North America or abroad. It's not just a roof over your head like we have in Africa. Housing abroad is an investment, because you get investment on your house. As the days go by, the value of the house increases. You build equity on that house. You are not paying rent to a landlord, because where I am living, I'm paying rent. And probably this person has this apartment on a mortgage, which means I'm indirectly paying for the person's mortgage. Meanwhile, the money for my rent would have been going to my own mortgage. Yes. The second thing I want to talk about is, it doesn't matter, start small. If I had gotten a house, a smaller house that I was shown, trust me, it would have eased me paying my mortgage. And mortgage comes with maintenance. It comes with taxes. It's not just the mortgage. There's a lot that goes behind mortgages and real estate that I did not understand. I just felt like because I had 35,000, I could just get a big house. But you forget that, yes, you can have the down payment. Yes, you can be approved. But what about the long run? Do you have the income? Do you have the capacity to sustain the long run monthly payment? Because that's how many people lost their homes because of that, because they're not looking at the future. They're not looking at the long run. What if something happens to you? If you're your sick bed or you lost your job, will you still be able to pay your mortgage? Will you still be able to pay the utilities? Will you still be able to pay the taxes? So that was the greatest financial mistake. When I look back now, it's like tears should run down my eyes. They were not regretting. We learned. And I'm grateful to God, because if I had gotten what I wanted, I would have probably been one of the highest debtors now. And I'd probably have a sleepless night. There are many people who have big houses, but they don't even sleep in their houses because they are working back to back to be able to pay mortgage for a house you are not living in. So let's be reasonable. Let's be realistic in our, especially in real estate. Be realistic. Remember, when you start, you can start small. I've watched Patricia Bright's video. She talked about how her mom started buying properties little by little. They did not start by buying a big property. They began by buying a small property. And as they got into the real estate business and they had understanding and their income grew, that's how they expand. So let's create this mentality. The second thing I want to say that I really did wrong. I did an investment last year, 2021, of $10,000, and yes, I lost almost 1/3 of the money. Yes, I did not get back my money. I lost almost 1/3 of the money, which was not a so good investment. But that learning, yes. Will I still keep on investing? Yes. That's life. That's a financial journey. We grow by learning. We fail, we rise up, and we move. So those are some of the errors I wanted to share with you guys that I made. One of the biggest errors I made in my financial journey last year. The biggest was the house. If I had gotten that house last year, dinner would have been 1 year, and if I had to resell that house, I would have gotten $100,000 worth more on that house. But because I was naive and I had this African mentality of a big house, I did not get to buy a house, even though the interest rate was low and I handle that on payment. So it's something to consider. Do your findings, get knowledge, read books, ask questions before you get into buying of house, especially if you're abroad. I hope this video helps you guys. Yes, this is me just sharing my financial failures last year, and I hope it helps you. Love you all with the love of God. Remember, God loves you.